Alright. We're gonna be building this Shadow the Hedgehog Lego. It's a statue head. Look at it, look real cool. I got a little plushie, little Shadow plushie that I want to put this next to. So I'm gonna make that so I can put it next to each other. So yeah, let's get into it. Boom, 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 and this already fell out. Alright, well, fuck it. Alright, let's see what we need. Looking clean. Right, let's put that there. Oh, did this? I guess it didn't fall out. I guess it wasn't in a bag. Alright, let's just get back one. 3, 1. All this to the side. Stay. Alright, let's start. Boom. Goes in the middle. Step 1 already done. So, you guys have probably heard the saying, you are who you surround yourself with, which I think is super true, especially like when you're still growing up, like in high school, like you always see the jocks with the jocks, you know, the super big buff guys with the super big buff guys, all the nerds with the nerds, you know, like classic Disney trope. But it is true, you know, to a certain degree, that you are who you surround yourself with. Which is why I think it's important that you are careful who you surround yourself with. Because a lot of people end up in positions they don't want to be in because they've surrounded themselves with people that, you know, like, it's convenient for them, it makes sense to be around. I already fucked up a piece. I'm supposed to put this on the bottom of each one of them. Like I was saying, especially in school, it's easy to just fall into a category. It's easy to, you know, you walk into class on the first day, and it's easy to just be by yourself, you know, just sit in the back of the class and just be that loner. Or it's easy to join a team, join a sport, and just only hang out with people in your team. And it's easy to do that, you know. And so in that way, damn, I am fucking all this up. In that way, it's easy to what am I trying to say? It's easy to, you know, stay the same, to end up being someone that you don't want to be, because it's harder to go out and try to change, try to meet new people. Like, for example, if you're an athlete, it's so much easier to just stay with the people who are in your sport and not go out and talk to the, like, that person in the back of the class who's studying really hard for some test or quiz, you know? Damn. First piece done, hopefully. Yes. No, I think I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. Damn it. Alright, we fixed the mistake. We're good. No need to worry. Please don't break. Please. Alright. First piece done. Put that to the side. Bag two. Bag two. Put this to the side too. Anyways, like I was saying, it is easy to just stay in your lane, you know, play it safe, don't talk to no one new, don't meet no one new, especially in school. It's easy to just stay with your friend group, but I think it's lame. It's lame, it's boring, and it's a shame, because you can learn so much just from talking to people. You know, that's how culture is, you know. People would really rather just stay in their lane, stay with their safe friend group. And for some people, you know, they do that because it's safe, and then later down the line, you know, you want to end up doing your own thing, but because you're stuck with the friends you've had since high school, you're like, oh, I can't do this. You put yourself in a bubble, you know, like, I can't do this. This isn't the kind of person I am. I've been looking for this little freaking brown piece. I think it's the little rings I've been pulling out the whole time. Boop. Boop. That looks right. I hope I didn't mess that up. Work towards your potential. That's something that I feel like everyone should strive for, you know, to be a better person, to be better at like whatever skill you do. For athletes, to be better at that drill, to be better at that. I'm related to football because I did football. To be better at catching the ball, you know, when I was a receiver, to be better at running routes. Work towards your potential. For some people, you know, that doesn't always mean like not everyone's an athlete. Doesn't mean getting better physically, but might mean getting better mentally, spiritually, you know. So whether that means, you know, maybe you're introverted, you want to be more extroverted. Maybe you don't like, you know, going to parties or going to concerts or stuff like that. But I'm sure there's stuff you do like doing. Maybe you like reading books. Maybe you like... what else do people do? But you get what I'm trying to say. Do what you like to do. Just do it with more people if you're trying to be extroverted, you know? That way... Oh, shit, did I already fuck this up? That way you can work towards your potential, you know? Every day try to get better, and every day it's not going to be like obvious growth, you know, but slow growth is better than no growth. I hope I'm not fucking this up. Would you rather live life in regret or in curiosity? And me personally, I'd rather live life in regret, you know? I'd rather do something, regret it, and then move on, you know? let's say I wanted to try tennis. I do tennis, I fuck it up, I'm not good at it, whatever. I'd rather regret going out and doing tennis and knowing that I'm not good at it or that I don't like it or whatever than living life every day being like, ah, man, I wish I did tennis back when, I was able to or whatever. That's how I would rather live. How the hell does this? And I mean, not everyone's gonna agree with that, point of view. But I think that's something you should still ask yourself. Would you rather live life? Would you rather live life in curiosity or in regret? I'd rather live in regret than live in curiosity. Just rambling a bit. Maybe some of you relate to this, maybe some of you don't. Maybe, maybe you have a friend who relates that might need to hear something like this. Who knows? Just rambling. And another reason for me wanting to live life in regret is because it helps you grow, You do something, you regret doing it, you learn from it. You learn, you change, you become maybe not a better person, maybe you do become a better person, but at least you learn something from it, Every experience is a learning opportunity. With all these pieces being black, it's like impossible to see. Or maybe I'm just bad at building Legos. Who knows? That's it. That's it. Part 2 done. Put that over there. Bag 3. A bag within a bag. I wonder why they do this. Why not just put it all together? Ugh, trash. Get it out of here. Change too. People look at change like it's a bad thing, which, I mean, consistency is good. I can see why people would say that change is bad, because having something consistent is good. But change is consistent within itself, Something that's always gonna happen in life is you're gonna change. You're not always gonna look the same or feel the same. You're gonna change. It shouldn't be something that is feared or is looked at as bad. It's a good thing. You should be striving to change, if anything. I mean, even if it's like 1%, like learning a new language, that changes your understanding, you can learn. You can communicate literally with other people. You could travel the world if you understand different languages. That's a good change, I feel like most people could agree with. Physical change too, like working out. That's literally good for your body. That's a good change. I feel like that shouldn't be feared or frowned upon. Change can definitely be scary, Like doing something new for the first time. Like maybe you never go to the gym, and going for the first time is like anxiety inducing, it scares you. Not like oh, I'm gonna die or type of way, but like, oh, I'll be judged kind of way maybe. But see, getting over that type of fear is still a good thing. That's a good change because it brings more opportunity, more space to grow. I already forgot what piece I'm looking for. See, like, all these pieces are black. I can't find the one I'm looking for. It's gonna be worth it in the end, hopefully. I would say so. If I can even find the piece. Am I tripping? I swear I don't see it. Yo, we're trolling. Oh, am I blind? Please tell me no one saw that the whole time. And then I put it on this. How? I just... Oh. Stick it on here. Stupid. And so, another thing with change, with change comes obstacles, comes hardship. And, not every day is going to be fun and amazing. People always say, oh, give me motivation. Motivation, only gets you in the door. It's discipline that really keeps you there. And that's something that comes from you. You can't, nobody can give you discipline. Nobody's gonna force you to be better. That comes from within you. You gotta find it within yourself. And so, there's gonna be hard days when you're trying to be better. Maybe you have anger issues. You're trying not to get angry. Trying to have patience. And maybe you're not able to control yourself. Maybe you get so angry you yell at someone, you hit someone. Who knows? There's gonna be setbacks when you're trying to be better, but like everything else, it's an experience that you learn from. So for example, you're angry, trying not to be angry, someone's just pushing, maybe you're driving, you get road rage, someone cuts you off, and you honk at them, you yell at them, you cuss them out, whatever. That's a learning experience. Like after you've let your anger out, reflect on that. Be like, was that in my control that I got angry? Was that in their control that I got angry? And almost all the time, it's going to be in your control, because you can't control what other people do. You can only control your reaction to it. So it takes introspection, It takes discipline. It takes a lot of things. It's not easy. I would assume no one says it's easy. I know for me, when I have setbacks where, for example, I get angry and I'm trying to have patience, it really just takes that time to reflect after the fact, Like, okay, what happened? What could I have done differently? What did they do that was outside of my control that I lost my cool on, or whatever it is. And I reflect, It's like a post game interview almost. So now I connect this to what? I'm lost. Oops. Okay, so it's like this. Oh, I just put it on top. I built the Miles Morales and the Spider-Man head statues. They did not look anything like this. They were way easier. So yeah, you're gonna have setbacks. There's gonna be days where it's harder than others to be a better person, to better yourself. Maybe another example, maybe it's not anger. Maybe you're trying to lose weight, And maybe the way you're doing that is by fasting, Or by having a strict diet. And there's obviously going to be days where you want that cookie, you want that McDonald's quarter pounder, and maybe you fail to discipline yourself, and so you eat it, and you're like, what's the word? Punishing yourself. You're like, why did I do this? I'm so stupid. Blah blah blah. But just like everything else, it's a learning opportunity. Like, what did you feel when you were tempted to eat, like knowing that it's wrong? What was your thought process? Look back. Look back at what you were thinking, what you were feeling, so that when you feel those things, think those things again, you can manage it better. Takes a lot of introspection, takes a lot of accountability, a lot of looking back. Like, I feel like it'd be so much easier if you could like record your thoughts, because then you could literally like post-game interview or like watch back the film for the athletes, on Huddle. You just look back at the film. Like, that would be so easy. But life is not a film. It's not a movie. Or, well, I guess it is, but it's not one you can look back on, You're living in the present. You can only control what's happening in the present. The past and the future, out of your control. You can influence the future. You can't control it. You can reflect on the past. You can't control it. I think, as far as that's the way my thought process is going. Sorry if I'm all over the place. Just, that's how my thoughts are. Gotta connect this part. I really hope I didn't fuck anything up. If I have to restart from like some miscellaneous position, that would really be annoying. But maybe that's just a metaphor for life. That's for you to interpret. A little off-camera mining. Now we on bag 4. So anyways, like I was saying, there will be setbacks. But don't let that deter you from working towards your potential. Because potential is the scariest thing. People say two things about potential. They either say, oh my god, you have so much potential. Or they say, oh my god, you had so much potential. So, take that how you will. Don't waste your potential. And with what I was saying about change, for anyone who listens to J. Cole, you've probably heard J. Cole's song Change from For Your Eyes Only. And in the song, he's talking about like people who go to jail, people who do drugs, people in gang violence, people just in shitty situations, and how when they're really in deep in that situation, they come to the realization, they're like, fuck, I need to change, And that change comes from the inside, not from the outside, To change things externally, you have to first start with things internally. How can you expect to change the way that you live without first changing the way that you think? So, unless you've been in a situation where you want to change the way you live life, you want to change the external things around you, but first you've had to change things within you, then you probably won't understand. You might understand by intelligently, you understand the words I'm saying and what I mean, but you might not understand from experience. And until you've been in a situation where it's a shitty situation and you have to first start by changing the way you think, the way you act, the way you move, before you start changing the way you live. You might not understand. Speaking about J. Cole, you know, if you haven't heard his music, or if you're just trying to be more introspective, you should listen to more of his music because he's very, like, he's a great lyricist, you know, but he's also pretty introspective. So, if you really listen to the lyrics, there's probably something you could gain from that. I know I have. There was a point in time where all I would listen to is J. Cole or only introspective music because it was almost like a step by step, you know, and it's music, so it's easy to follow along. And especially when you're going through stuff, it's easier to understand. So if you take anything away from this, it's to listen to more music. Did a little more off-camera mining. Don't mind me. Do any of you guys still watch Sonic or like play games? I want to get back into it. I haven't really watched anything since I was a kid though. I remember some of the characters. I remember Sonic, the blue one, Tails, the yellow one, with the he could fly with his tails. I remember, or at least I think he could. I remember Knuckles, the red guy, and I remember Shadow, who we're building. And I remember there was a pink one. I don't remember if that was Sonic's sister or girlfriend. Someone let me know. I remember I used to play the like the mobile game where like you would just run around and collect coins as Sonic. It was like a Temple Run type of, or like a Subway Surfers type of game. I would definitely want to like I haven't like looked into if they have games or like story games about Sonic, but if they did, I'd want to play. That would be fun, I think. What is this? Oh, this is like the his hair thing? Like, what do you call these? It's not as his hair. Is that what this is? It's pretty cool. Bag 5. Almost done. Maybe I should start organizing these before I just start building. Oh fuck it, we ball. We got it. Lock in, ultra lock in. About to find this in 0.5 seconds. Cooked. I think we're starting to make the eyes now. What gave it away, you say? Well, I'm probably doing this wrong. No, I got it. I'm locked. Got it. Nice. See, when it's like contrasting colors, it's way easier. It goes by way quicker. But when it's freaking all black, it's like, bro, what am I looking at? Something I would say when it comes to change, you know, because it's scary to change, or whatever the case may be. The more you see, the less you fear, you know? Like, I'm sure the first time you go out, if you're used to staying inside, probably gonna be super scary. It's gonna be like, I don't know no one, nobody knows me, they know I don't belong, whatever. But the more you go out, the less scary it will be. Because you'll meet more people, or maybe even if you don't, you'll at least get used to the environment. So, change can be scary, yes. New things can be scary, yes. But the more you see, the less you'll fear. It just takes consistency, discipline, a little bit of love. Because obviously if you're out there doing shit you don't like doing, you're just gonna be like, well, I don't fucking want to be out here. You're someone who hates parties and you want to be more extroverted. All you do is go out to parties. You can be like, I fucking hate this shit. I'm never going out. It's like, no shit. You don't fucking like that shit. I remember that's what I tried to do at one point. I want to meet new people, but I hate the club. Fuck it, I'll just go to the club. That shit, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That shit was not for me. No thanks. But there is shit for me. Like, I don't like clubs, but a jazz club, it's pretty fun. Pretty cool, pretty relaxing. Maybe he just looks goofy because I'm not done with him, but that boy look. I'm already supposed to put it on the what? No way. He's about to fall. This guy's gonna fall off this. Ugh. Alright. Don't break. Please. And some of you need to stop psyching yourselves out. If you want to go out, stop psyching yourself out. Stop like last minute canceling. But what if alright, making some excuse, whatever. Stop doing that. You're just limiting yourself. You're harming your own potential. No one is gonna come save you. You gotta save yourself. If you want to go do something, go do it because you want to do it, not because other people are doing it and you're invited. Invite yourself. Well, not literally. Like, if there's like an actual event and like nobody invited you, don't just pull up and like ruin the party. But like, invite yourself out to stuff. Go on a movie alone. Go on a dinner alone. Do stuff alone. Maybe I'm just yapping a little bit. I don't know. Who knows? Like that Daniel Caesar song. Maybe I'll get married one day, but who knows? But who knows? I feel like music for me has been a great way to change. I always try to change up what I listen to, because I feel like there's a big stereotype, like you listen to one type of music, you probably don't listen to another. Like, you listen to rap, you don't listen to country, And I don't listen to country, but it's not that I would be opposed to it, I'm sure there's some country music I'd probably like. I feel like it's good to also just listen to new music, new sounds. We're about to be on bag 6 in any second now. We only got 2 more bags left. I'm not gonna say what numbers they are, but you already know. That fucking meme is so stupid. Fuck that shit. Stupid ass me. I'm trolling. Little kids are actually brain rotted, though, cause bro, I'll see a little ass kid. I'll be like, I remember I went hiking one time. I'm over here enjoying the view, I was on a cliff, and below me was like a river. I'm listening to the nice splish splash of the water. It's a weekend, I'm just trying to chill out. I'm chilling. I hear this fucking kid, 6'7". Bro, I cranked my neck. I wasn't like actually mad, but I was like, bro, there's no way I'm out here I had no data. Like, I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm thinking I'm in my little spot, no one can find me. And then there's just this little ass kid, 6'7". Like, oh my god. Hate that shit. Hate that shit. I wonder what parts. This is probably gonna be more of his hair. Now that I think about it. Now that I think about it. Ugh. Back's starting to. I'm about to look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The way I'm hunched over right now building these Legos. Alright, moving on. Next page. Fine. Straight black parts. I'm about to literally get lost. It's about to take me 10 hours. Speedrun, watch. Locking in, doing this in like 3 minutes. Come on, speedrun. Go. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did all that. Now I gotta do the other side. This one. Boom. Nope. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop bop bop. Fuck, I was supposed to do the other part twice too. Damn it. Didn't even say to do it twice. Come on. How was I supposed to know? Better do some off-camera mining. Alright, we got it built. Just gotta connect it somehow. This way. Same with this. Oh, shoot, no way. Come back. We're chilling, we're locked in. Connect it where? To this. So it is his hair things. This is cool. I think it's cool. Nice, almost complete. Didn't fall. Bag 6. 6. Should low-key empty them both out at the same time. Just fuck it. No, because then I would literally never find the pieces I'm looking for. Genuinely though. I would low-key genuinely. I'll just stop. So this is when it starts getting repetitive, I guess. Back to my off-camera mining. See you later. Something I was thinking about is that ego is also a huge part of why, like, people are scared to do new things or to meet new people, because whether you admit it or not, we all have egos. Which is like, it's kind of part of our identity, but it's also, well, limits who we want to be, you know? It limits who we want to be, whether we admit it or not. Because your ego, you know, whether it's in competition or in just your morals, you know, you usually don't change your ego without like actual effort, you know. So when someone's like, hey, you should do this, nah, I wouldn't like that, you know. That's your ego talking, you know, especially if you haven't tried it. Well, how do you know you wouldn't like it? Oh, it's just not something I would do, you know. All that, like, in a way it's selfish, but at the same time it's not purposeful, you know. You just do it naturally. Kind of like a defense mechanism. But that's just something you need to recognize, you know? Maybe it's not something you need to change, you know? But maybe it's something you do need to change. Maybe you have a big ego and you just need to recognize that. Or maybe you need to grow your ego. Maybe you don't have a big enough ego. Maybe you just need to redirect your ego to, you know, instead of, oh, I always do this, oh, I should start always doing this, you know? Just a little redirection. Just some food for thought. Anyways, done with bag 6. Just gotta connect it, I think. Yeah. That goes like that. That goes like, oh shit. That goes like that. This goes in here, I think. I hope. Please don't break. Is that where it goes? It's really gonna suck if it's not where it goes. I don't know. Oh, that broke. Oh, let me try this side. Nice. Okay, that one worked. Ooh. Please don't break. Ooh. How far did that one? That one went pretty deep in. Pause. Hey yo, what do you mean by that? Yo, bro, this one's not. Okay, no, now it's in. Now it's in. Now I can't take it. Oh no, you're lying. I don't even know where this goes. Oh my god. Okay, let me just. Oh no. Genuinely, where does this even go? Okay, it goes here. Okay, I know where it goes. Oh my god, this is all falling apart now. No, please. Don't do this to me. I'm freaking out, guys. I'm actually freaking out. Okay. Slow and steady. It's like surgery, it's like surgery, it's like surgery. Just gotta get a good grip on it. Nope, okay, I'll get back to you. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it. We're good. Let me just put this eye back. No, please. Oh my god, bro, please, just stick. Okay. Oh my god, that took forever. Oh, okay, we're good though. 7, bag 7. I think this is part of bag 7. Okay. So I just emptied that out too. And I'll just open this. Now we're actually working on his head. That's gonna be scary. Please don't break. Oh my god. Please. I feel like he's gonna fall and just break all over my floor. I swear he's moving. I see him in my peripheral just like inching near death. This goes here. Oh, please, no matter. Please, nothing broke. Okay, that broke. That's fine. Nothing else break. Is this just his brain? Oh, he was like a robot, wasn't he? Or no, is that... Am I getting that wrong? Someone let me know. Was he a robot? I swear there was like a robot version of Shadow Sonic. Unless I'm just so wrong. Almost done with the build. Just a little final touches, I think. I just hope I don't break him. Okay, I'm gonna leave his title off. I'm gonna let that just, because that's gonna keep coming off anyways, the way I'm holding it. Nerve-wracking holding, because you have no idea how fragile this feels in my hand. Like, all these hairs are so shaky. Like, I feel like I'm gonna break it any second now. Connect. Nice. Someone's gotta update me on the lore, on the Sonic lore. I remember there used to be like a huge book I would read in elementary that had like the whole story. It was all like pictures. It was like my favorite book back then, but I don't remember anything now. Someone's gotta update me. Finish the ears and the nose. Just gotta put it on. Oh, that was backwards. Please don't break, please don't break. Okay. 1. Please. 2. Yeah. Yep. Please don't break. Okay. Nice. We're done. That's Sonic. That's Shadow Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's see how he looks compared to the plushie. I think it's 1 for 1, pretty much. Yeah, I'm gonna put them over there with all my other ones. Gotta find a spot for it. Anyways, that's it. Let me know what I should build next. Let me know what I should talk about next. If you guys have anything you want to hear. See ya.